Good afternoon and welcome to News Around Africa by Magic TV on channel 38, Facebook and YouTube channel. ECOWAS is forging ahead with plans for a single currency. The legal registration of the ECO trademark is in progress, but the broader framework for the currency is still being worked out. The Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS, has reaffirmed plans to launch a single currency next year. But the bloc says it's leaning towards a phased rollout, with countries meeting convergence criteria such as inflation, debt, and monetary stability joining first. The news was announced in a communique following Sunday's ECOWAS Head of State meeting in Sierra Leone. The single currency, dubbed the ECO, is being presented as a way to deepen regional integration and support sustainable and inclusive growth. The legal registration of the ECO trademark is progress, but important questions remain unresolved, including whether members of the West African Economic and Monetary Union (UEMOA) who use the CFA franc will be included at the start. ECOWAS says several issues still need agreement, particularly around the future central bank, decision-making rules, and which countries will start first. The launch of the ECO will also have to grapple with West Africa's changing political landscape since Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger left the bloc but remain within the UEMOA. Consultations are continuing and a key task force meeting is expected before the December 2026 summit. Liberian police say they have made the country's biggest drug bust ever after raiding a suspected storage site near the capital and finding what officials believe is a huge quantity of cocaine. Police released photos and videos showing dozens of sealed suitcases and boxes packed inside a lorry. Police Chief Gregory Coleman said forensic tests confirmed the substance was cocaine worth an estimated $370 million on the streets. The raid took place in Douazon, a town about 20 kilometers east of Monrovia. Several people were arrested, including 2 foreigners and a number of Liberians. No charges have been filed yet. Coleman said the bust followed a long investigation into trafficking networks that resurfaced in Liberia between 2018 and 2023. Police had been monitoring the group for about a year and a half. This is the result of that operation, Coleman said, calling it the largest drug seizure in the country in recent years. It is still unclear where the drugs came from or where they were headed. Coleman said police were already investigating the network when 2 foreign suspects arrived in Liberia and were arrested. One suspect was carrying both a Spanish and a Colombian passport. The other held a Serbian passport. Vice President Jeremiah Koyong praised the security forces and warned that anyone found responsible will face the full force of the law, regardless of who you are. This raid comes weeks after another seizure at Robert International Airport, where security staff intercepted 6 cargo boxes after spotting irregularities during screening. The shipment was falsely labeled as food seasoning and textiles. Investigators instead found nearly 200 compressed blocks of cocaine intended for export. That airport case triggered political controversy. Critics said authorities acted too slowly, allowing some suspects to leave the country before they could be arrested. President Joseph Boakai ordered a joint investigation by police and the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Several suspects have since been charged, and international arrest warrants are being sought for others still at large. West Africa has become a major transit hub for cocaine, moving from South America to Europe, helped by weak border control in parts of the region. The Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime estimates that at least 30% of cocaine bound for Europe now passes through West Africa. Local consumption, including crack cocaine, is also rising. The group says regional seizures have climbed steadily since 2019, reaching about 30 tons in 2025. The United Nations has warned that trafficking networks in the region are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Liberia has seen several major drug busts in recent years, including a 520 kg cocaine seizure at Monrovia Seaport in 2022. Since taking office in 2024, President Boakai has reshuffled leadership at the country's drug enforcement agency multiple